Hi guys! So I am back today with a palette versus palette kind of video. These are going head to head because they are supposed to be dupes for each other. Now I know lots of other people have done these videos. I think her name is Allie Glines. I can't say her last name. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. I don't know what's up with this, but it's a real thing. But she's super adorable, and I know she's done some of the comparison videos. I don't know if she's actually done Bad Habit or just the Alter Ego, which I will totally be snatching up some of those as well. But I love her videos. I think she's super cute, and I'm totally going to do, it's one of the things that she does, and ask my husband which side he thinks is the high-end side, because I think that'll be super fun. And I always get a kick out of it when she does that, so woo woo, super fun. Please put up another one soon. In any case, I'm not going to tell you which side goes with which eye, and I'm not even going to tell you which I'm using throughout the video. I'm going to have you guys guess, and I'll tell you at the very end. Anyways, I will tell you this as well. The Bad Habit palettes are out of, they don't make them anymore. I was going to say out of stock, which they are technically out of stock, but you can get them different places online, and Natasha Denona Sunset palette is still very much available. In fact, it was just on sale at Sephora. So that was a miracle of miracles, but I actually got this on Black Friday for half off technically because they had buy one, get one. And so you can catch really good deals to bring down the price of this because I'm cheap. Unless something is on good sale, I'm not going to buy it, generally. So in any case, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell for future updates. So I totally just realized that I forgot to do swatches when I made my video yesterday, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do those real quick for you. And I'm gonna do them from left to right, starting on the Natasha Denona side, and then following it up with the colors that are in the Solstice. So the very first color in the very first row is called Atmosphere in the Natasha Denona Sunset. And I'm just going to swatch that. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. And I'm just going to swatch it there. Oh. See, and I was like, oh yeah, this side of my arm will make totally much better sense. Yeah, good one. Okay, and then the corresponding color in the Bad Habit palette is Golden Hour. And it's actually at the bottom, so I'm just going to show you like that. To me, they look, at least like that, the exact same. So the Bad Habit might be slightly more peachy and slightly lighter, but could also be the way that I swatched it, because they're identical. I mean, that's the no bullcrap reality. They're identical. The next color is Sinai in the Sunset palette, and it is the second darkest orange shade that is matte in this palette. And I'm just going to take that lightly on my finger, and I'm going to place it next to those. And that swatched stinking great, actually. Okay, and then I'm going to pull the exact same color from the Sunset, which is Equinox. From the Solstice, not Sunset. Okay, I put that really close to that. And now I'm kind of like, did I pull the wrong color? Because these do look different swatched. But I can tell you that on the eye, they look identical. The one from the Solstice palette looks way more orange swatched. And I did a terrible job swatching. It wasn't actually how the palette's performing, so please ignore that. The next one, which I've had on my finger for a hot minute, is Ice Gold, and that's from the Sunset palette. And I'm trying to gradually go up so these swatches don't look awkward when I'm turning my arm. So that, no, it's fine. Still look awkward. That's cool. It was a nice thought. I promise, my heart was there. It's just that the follow-through isn't working out. So Winter is the corresponding shade in the Solstice palette. I'm trying to swatch these in a way so that they're easier for you to see, but it was a nice thought. So this actually looks more icy white than the one in the Sunset palette. The next color in the Sunset palette is Mandarin, And it is the lighter of the, well, it's the more gold infused shimmery shade that's orange. It is glorious. Oh my lord. This is perhaps one of the worst swatches ever, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful color. And the same shade from the other palette is Soul. Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to swatch it next to it. So Soul looks more orange on the arm than it does on the eye. I'm telling you, on the eye, these look stinking real similar. So that is the difference there. The last shade in the Sunset in the top row is Bronzage. I like that. That's cute. Okay, I'm gonna pick that up real quick. Mind you, I'm hardly touching these. Like, yeah. Okay, so just right there. Oh, you're so pretty. And there's still more to go. Like, that was like, I hardly touched it and I could keep going. I could go all the way around my arm. So that's gorgeous. And then the corresponding shade in Solstice is Twilight. So you guys don't know this about me, but I'm kind of a diehard Twilight fan. I know. What does Bella Swan do? Nothing until the 4th book, really. But I still really like them, and in fact, little known fact, I have a Twilight tattoo, which I will probably never show. So those look different as well, but on the eye, they are all very, very similar. So there's that, and I'm going to wipe it off. Maybe I'll do it one more time so you guys can see it, or if anybody wants to take a screenshot, there's that. Okay. Let's see here. Now that I've realized that swatching method was a bust, like, maybe I'll try and use my hand. Okay. So, the first shade in the next row is Volcano. And I'm going to say that the corresponding shade is Dusk in the Solstice palette. I guess I could do a better job of picking that up. So that is that. And Dusk. I did a terrible job of picking both of these up, so. And those look pretty much the same. Maybe the Natasha Denona has slightly more of a purple maroon undertone. Okay, the next color is Abaid. Hey, my cat is up here. Oh my lord, sorry. He may knock everything over. He is not to be trifled with. There is no stopping him. Okay, so just picking that up very lightly. It's, oh my gosh. Every time I touch one of her colors, I just get happy. I'm like, yes, I love you. And then I touch another one and I'm like, I love you too. So that is just beautiful. And the corresponding shade to that is Dawn in the Solstice palette. I'm so sorry. There is no stopping him. I can't. So these look kind of different swatched. The one in the Solstice palette is a little bit more goldy gold, where the other one is... This is ridiculous. He is right behind here. He is sniffing my camera. Okay, in any case, so the next one is the lightest matte orange, and it's Horizon in the Sunset palette. I feel like Rodney Dangerfield right now, and I want to be like, kids these days, they got no respect. And then anybody that might be watching this is probably not old enough to even understand that reference. But if you are, hey! And then the corresponding shade in the Solstice is Fall. Which is interesting, because that is definitely coming across much, much lighter as a swatch. I don't even know how to get him down without, like, hang on. Yes, yes. Take your little self right off this table. Okay. He has been removed. His face, he looks like so put out. It's not even funny. Okay. Don't even think about doing it again. Any case, the next shade is Sundazed. And I don't think I've got enough room on my hand. Maybe I'll go with the top. The toppy top. Okay, I did a terrible job swatching this, but this is a beautiful shade. He is just into everything right now. I'm so sorry. Like, least professional video ever. And he just fell. I've got clothes from my garage sale in here, and they're in plastic bags. And besides, like, tearing up those bags, he is just, like, sliding around on them and having, like, a good old kitty time. So there's that. Those are pretty similar, in my opinion. Okay, the next one is Terra, which is the darkest matte orange in the Sunset palette. I'm going to set that right above it. That's beautiful. I love that stinking color. And the corresponding shade in Solstice is Earth. So I did a poor job of swatching that. They're actually more similar than I just made them look. But this is slightly more red-orange than this. So that is what these ones look like. I did these so awkward. My cat is cruising for a bruising right now. He's just like swatting his little tail around and he wants to get into trouble and he's about to find it. I feel like Wyatt Earp in Tombstone. I can't repeat it, but I'm thinking it. So if anybody's seen that, throw a comment down below. Put your favorite Tombstone quote. That would make me super excited, actually. Or if I'm just really old, go ahead and put a deceased symbol. Emoji, not symbol. Oh my gosh, my age is so showing. Okay, so the last row in here, okay, the color is called Bermuda, and it's like the peachy color in here. In the pan, looking at them side by side, they look nothing alike. But on the eye, they were really, really similar. So maybe it'll be the same for swatched. Oh, my cat. Okay, I think that my finger was still a little wet from when I was wiping it off. Okay, apparently wrist swatching is just not the way to do it for me. I'm sorry. I'll try to do better. Okay, so there's that. And then Spring is in the Solstice palette. And they do not look this, well, they kind of do, but I don't know. On the lid, they come off more similar than they are on the wrist. Like the one from Solstice looks more coral. More orange coral, I should say, than more pink coral than the top one does. Okay, so the next shade is Morgana, or Morgana, depending how you pronounce it. And it's just so pretty. Holy crap. Oh, why are you so gorgeous? I wish that I could break my wrist and show you this properly. Because it's actually very shifty and very pretty. And unfortunately, I cannot capture it. Ooh, that's frustrating. It's like way more pretty than it looks right now. This is just very disappointing swatches. Okay, so the corresponding shade is Helios. My cats. Oh, beautiful. So it's very similar. It's just a little bit more orange toned. Okay, the next one is Pangene. Or Panjin. I'm not sure which, sorry. And this is in the Sunset. That is a well pigmented red. It looks like it's leaning a little bit pink in the camera, but it's red. It's like red. Basque is the corresponding shade in the Solstice palette. I think that if I had built that up a little bit more, it would be very, very similar. Okay, next one is Igneous in the Sunset palette. And that is a beautiful swatch. Okay. Eclipse is the color in the Solstice palette. So many Twilight reminders in this right now. And they are, well, actually, one of the Solstice is more of a chocolate brown than a olive gray toned brown. Swatched. And the last color is probably my favorite, kind of, because I love yellows, and it's Soul. And that's me dropping stuff all over the floor. Why, it wouldn't be a day if I didn't drop something. Beautiful. And then the corresponding shade is Summer. Which I kind of wish it was, but I'm still kind of glad it's not yet, because I get super warm and I don't like it. So this one I would say definitely is, swatch-wise, not as good as the Natasha Denona, but the way it applies on the eye, very, very good. And it almost looks more like a dandelion yellow than the other, but they are, I mean, they're more similar than they're looking in the camera. So, anyway, that's those swatches. I still really wish I could capture this one well, because it's just not happening. In any case, I hope this was helpful for you guys, and you will, you might see the look next. Who knows? I don't know what order I'm going to put this in. Today's a surprise. Okay, so we're going to get started. We're going to dive on in to both the Solstice and the Sunset palette. Sorry, I've been using the Sunrise too, so it's kind of hard to keep them straight. And again, we're just going to see how close these really are and try to get the most similar look possible on both eyes. And I'm not going to tell you which is which. I just want you guys to kind of see what you think. And then at the very end, I'll say, hey, if you guess this eye or this side, then you got it right. Sorry, I'm looking at my cheeks and they look a little splotchy. But that's what doing your makeup in all different lighting will do. Okay, so the first thing, I'm going to go into the color that I'm going to use in the brow arch. And that's the lightest color in both of the palettes. Oh, why am I looking in that? I'm looking in the mirror. And I'm just going to lightly apply. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. Okay, so there's that, both sides. And then I'm going to get a fluffy, you know what, I'm going to use a different one. It's funny to me how I take out brushes every single time, and I never use the brushes I take out. Riddle me that. Okay. I'm going to clean this one off just in case, which I think it was already clean, but better safe than sorry, right? Okay, so I'm going to go in and put a transition shade in that goes up above my crease, starts in my crease and goes above it as well. And I'm just going to work that in, back and forth, and then occasionally circular. Okay. Maybe take a little bit more of that. Same thing, I do back and forth and then circular. And just blending that out, which that looks really good. I'm also going to take that underneath my eye and make awkward facial expressions while I do so. And then I'm going to wipe it off, and I'm going to take the exact same shade in the other palette and do my other eye. I'll try to turn towards the camera so you guys can see it the best. Kind of difficult because I'm not looking at what I'm doing necessarily very well. But just same thing. So kind of back and forth. And then I will just turn it into circular motions to further blend it out. I think I got a little up here. That or it might just be the lighting, which is kind of awkward. That or I got it there on both sides, so what can I say? They really are the same. Okay, same with this, putting it under my eye. Might take a little bit more of that. Just kind of round it out. Okay, so there's that as well. Let's see here. I want. I want another blending brush. Okay. So I'm gonna go in with the next color. And same thing, I'm gonna put it into the crease and slightly above. And I did take the yellow color because I love yellow eyeshadow. Though right now in the camera it's coming off kind of like orange. But I did put that over like the peachy colored shade in both of the palettes. So, but it's weird because in real life it's looking more yellow than it's looking here. So very interesting. And I'm just gonna short quick motions. And then I will actually take that first brush and go back over this in a second, or maybe a different brush, maybe a clean brush, and try and blend that out a little nicer. So I'm cleaning the brush off, and I'm going to pick up the corresponding shade. And the other. And it is literally the exact same on both sides. If I wasn't sitting here doing this, I would have a very hard time picking out which side was the Natasha Denona side and which one was the Bad Habit side. Because it's pretty darn close, I've got to say. And I will say the same for about how they apply. I mean, they really feel about the same, which is interesting considering, you know, one is $129 and the other one, when it was actually retailed, was a lot less. Okay. And maybe I will just a little bit more right out here. There. Okay. So I'm going to go in with a clean brush, and I'm going to... And not this clean brush, another brush. I don't know why I started to clean that one too, but I did. I'm going to take a clean brush from another area, and I'm just going to blend them together a little bit more. If anything, I would say, and maybe you guys can agree or disagree, I almost feel like this side is blended out a little bit better, but that could have just been my technique rather than the actual formulation. Okay. And if anything, I may go back and add a little bit of that peach color. Just to, again, kind of smooth it out more. Okay, there's that. Let's do the same to the other side. But in fairness, like I said, I really think this side was actually blended out a little bit better. But leave your opinion below. Maybe it's different than mine. Maybe I should have done something a little bit different. I'm always looking for a different technique, a new style to try. So if there's something you think, please let me know. I always appreciate any kind of feedback. Okay, so they're both just like so pretty. I'm like, darn it. I'm gonna go in with, since the yellow already is coming off kind of orangey anyway, I guess we might as well just like go for the orange. I'm gonna pull the lighter orange in both of the palettes and use it in the crease. And I guess I'm gonna use that same brush because it's here and I'm here. Why not? Okay. That is intense. I don't know if you guys can tell how intense that is, but it's like legit. Very pretty though. Okay. And then I'm going to wipe it off really well. I'm going to kind of come closer so you guys can see. And then once I get that other side on, I'll do the same with it. Okay. You know what? I wonder if it's the lighting I've got on over here making it. Ooh, maybe try the frosty light color. Maybe that'll help. But it doesn't look like you can see the yellow any more than you could before, so lies. That's a nice thought though, right? I just kind of feel like this side is diffusing out a lot easier than this side, but that's also, like I said, could be application, but I kind of don't think it is, because I'm using the exact same brushes, pretty much the same style on both eyes, and I mean, the colors are the exact same. That's all there is to it. One you just may work with slightly different, but if it were me, I mean, you compare the prices and the value. Now, I will say the ingredients in Natasha Denona, at least as far as I've read, are that there's not talc, which is a huge thing that's a plus for me. I don't like having talc in makeup. Now, I will use makeup that has talc. I don't prefer for it to be one of the first few ingredients, but I also realize that, especially in eyeshadows, it's pretty common. Jeffree Star has talc in his. Makeup Geek used to have, and I think still does have talc in a few of the new formulations even. I mean, some of the best eyeshadows out there have talc in them. You know, it kind of is what it is. All you can do is hope that they're so sourced in a way that, sourced and used in a way that you're at a lower risk of some of the issues that talc can cause. So, let's see here. I'm really trying to use as many shades from both as possible. So I'm going to go in with the next darkest orange with a slightly thinner blending brush. It's going to be orange madness today. My husband's going to get home and be like, oh, are we in fall? We've returned to fall. No, actually he loves orange shadows, so he should be excited. Okay, same thing, just going to pop this in the crease and diffuse outward, and maybe even put a little bit in this outer corner and diffuse outward. It's crazy how much different on the camera it looks than it does in real life. So interesting. And I'm just going to take a dab more. I'm going to bring it in a little bit on the lid. Not that I'm necessarily going to keep it in just the outer V, because I'm going to probably get quite a bit darker in my outer portion of my lid. But it'll be there. And then I also want to take a little bit of that underneath as well, which some of it is kind of migrated there just from using it, but I want a little bit more. I'm on one today. I got like a very average 6 hours of sleep, and so what would be like perfect for somebody else is still just like kind of awkward for me. I don't know. I need to just be grateful that I got 6 hours. Come on now. So then I'm going to grab the same shade in the other palette. And go into the other eye. Playing in the crease and blending up just the same as the other side. Well, that was rude. How sniffly rude of me. The air is super dry here in Indiana. The weather was like 50 degrees yesterday, and it's getting ready to rain, and then tomorrow it's going to sleet and snow. Like, our weather here is so weird. Like, bless it. I love it. I love Indiana. I'm never leaving. I don't travel anyway, but I don't care. I like Indiana. I know a lot of the people that live here don't like it, but really, I mean, it's a pretty nicely set, like, located little place. We do have some crime, we do have some poverty, we do have some bad stuff, but for the most part, the weather, I mean, we do get tornadoes, but not nearly as much as, like, Tornado Alley. We get snow, but not like, you know, some of the other more northern states. And we do get it pretty hard sometimes, so, I mean, I'm not trying to say we don't. The weather does get hot, but it doesn't, I mean, it gets hot and it gets cold. We kind of get everything, but it could be worse. Like, I like it here. Indiana, it could be worse. The new state motto. Oh my gosh. Clearly, I should be writing slogans for somebody. Same thing, just taking that underneath the lash line on this side. Boom, shakalaka. Okay. And there's even a deeper brown, or orange. And I think I'm going to use that as well. Because I'm going to use as many colors in this as I can. Why not? It's a garden of color. Okay. It stinks because I actually wish I could use every single one of these colors. That'd be cool. Not that I wouldn't try, because I like to marathon use palettes. So, here we are. Oh, almost knocked that off the table. Okay. I'm really going to try and focus this mostly in the outer third of my eye. And I'm not trying to be precise about this. I want it to have a really diffused, deepened little area over here, except for the under half, which I will probably take my little wipey when I'm completely done and touch up. I need like 20 more of this brush. I just feel like it's really good for everything. Like, it's good for blending stuff out, it's good for packing stuff on, which is really strange, but it does. It's kind of like the jack of all trades brush. This is, if you got the Jeffree Star set, it is JS9. I dig it. Like, the bristles are firm, but they've got, like, they're kind of thinner at the top, so it really lets you, like, get flexible and blend out nice. Okay. And then I'm going to, like I said, clean up underneath after I spread it out a little bit. Okay. Wipey, wipey. Better. Okay, now I'm going to clean it well and use it on the other side. Not the same one. Okay, the same color from the other palette. Okay. Just concentrating that in the outer V again. I didn't pick up a lot the first time. It's interesting how different palettes and different colors have different pigmentation, and you have to change your application method depending on that, which I love. I love makeup. I think it's so fun to try different stuff and different styles, and I always like to just see what else is out there. In fact, I'm kind of thinking about, in my head, doing an all Amazon makeup and brushes review. Like, where I just picked, like, the top rated, cheapest stuff on Amazon, makeup and beauty wise, and I haul it and I use it all in a video and we all get to see how it works. I think that would be really interesting. Like, that's a video I would watch. So if that is all at all interesting to you guys at all, lots of alls there, leave a comment below and let me know, because I will pick that stuff up if anybody's interested. And if not, that's okay. Just be like, hey yo girl, I don't want to see that video. Okay. And then I'm going to take the brown. Now there are two browns in these. There's like a reddish brown, and then there's more like a gray brown. And I guess I might as well go reddish brown. Why not? Woo-hoo. I'm sorry. I should just put myself down for a nap. Clearly. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to take that in the outer V. And I'm not going to be super precise, because I'm typically not. Okay. Okay, I just picked up a lot. Whoops. And just putting that in the outer V. Trying to really bring out that V shape of the corner of my eye. It's crazy how different this looks in person than it does on camera. So weird. Tripping me out. And that is really pretty. Okay. I am going to clean up underneath my eye a little bit. Nothing crazy. Until I accidentally get crazy, because that's how I do. Okay. I kind of feel like I need to better blend that right there. I've got a weird tear duct over here. Not a duck, not a quack quack duck. Duct. I've got a weird tear duct on this side. I feel like even when it's not watering, it constantly does not take pigmentation. And that's not any of the palette's faults. It's none of the past palette's faults. That's just my eye is like hateful. It's hateful. Okay. And actually, I'm going to take just a tip more of that to try and fill in that little... It's like a bald spot on your head, but on my eye. I mean, it's still on my head, but it's on my eye specifically. Somebody get it a wig. Awkward statement, but whatever. Okay. Cleaning that off. Gonna take the exact same shade in the other palette and go to town. I've got another hair falling off my head. Oh, if I could just stop shedding, that'd be super. Okay. Again, I feel like one side is easier to blend out than the other. And maybe that's just, you know, me. Maybe you guys will comment and be like, I thought the other side was better, or looked better, or seemed easier. I'll be very interested to know. At least from how I'm using it, it does seem like one side is easier to me. So, clean up underneath this. Okay. Now, we get to go in with the fun colors. Okay. I think I'm going to take the lightest gold all over the whole lid. Almost the whole lid. Obviously, I don't want to cover up all my dark work back there. And then I may come back over the top with maybe one of the shimmery orangey shades. And let's see here. Okay, so the lightest one. And this. I'm just going to pat it on. Yes, I probably should have used a brush. Don't ask me why I didn't. I don't know, because that's just how I do things sometimes, apparently. Okay. I do like using my finger, but it's also kind of frustrating too. Like, why did I just do this? Because now I definitely feel like I will have to use the same method on the other side. And then maybe I'll go back in with a brush after the fact and try and make it more opaque. Okay. I can tell you one of the formulations is creamier than the other. And soon y'all will know which. And that one, I would say got there quicker than the other side. Not that it looks different necessarily, but it definitely, in my opinion, covered a lot quicker. Huh. Very, very interesting. Interesting times here. I'm going back in with the other one, and I'm going to try and even it up a little bit more with the other side. Okay, so now I'm going to take another orange color, like a sparkly one. I will do, or do I want to use orange? Yeah, I'm going to use orange. That was just a silly question, just stop it. Okay, so there are 2 sparkly oranges in both of these palettes. I'm going to take the lighter one that has, it's like orange but with gold. So it's like this beautiful chariot color. I just did it with my finger again. Oh, okay, well, here we go. Beautiful, beautiful color. Took it underneath my eye as well. And I'm actually going to grab another brush in a few minutes and try and clean up the crease, which I have jacked all the goodness. And I'm going to take the corresponding shade on the other side, on the other eye. And do the same thing. Okay, so that is both eyes. I am going to fix the crease because there again I can still see the awkwardness that's happening. To do that, I'm going to take the mid deepest orange, like so the second orange that I used of the matte colors. Now this is a brush I haven't used before, so it's flat and awkward, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, might have gone a little better than I thought it was going to. Maybe I shouldn't have run my mouth. See? Da-na-na-na. Alright, there's that side. I'm going to wipe it off. Do the exact same thing with the other. I'm not taking a lot, just a little, because I don't think I did it as much on this side as I did on the other. Okay, and in fact, I may do a little bit further. No, okay, yes, once more for good measure. Just took the smallest dip. I'm gonna go in and really define that crease a little bit more, like the other side. Very interesting things that have happened here. Okay, I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna line my eyes. I'm going to put on my mascara, and then I will be right back. And then once I tell you which is which, I will swatch them for you guys side by side. But for now, let me kind of get in here. There's one side. Sorry, I guess I could close my eyes. It's really awkward to close your eyes when you're like, where am I putting my face? But hopefully you guys can see all of the color distribution of all of it and make your guesses. I really want to know who thinks what is which side. But you gotta say, I mean, you probably gotta agree, they look very, 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 I mean, it's their dupes for sure. Like, there is no denying it. Okay, so here's this lighting. You can almost see better now that I'm closer to this light that it's more true orange than my other lighting was making it look. So, okay, anyway, I'm going to do that. I will be right back, and then hopefully I'll see some guesses as to which side you think is which. Now I have my eyeliner and my mascara on, and I'm going to spray the world's nastiest smelling spray that works amazingly ever on my face. My only other thing is that it seems like the nozzle gets kind of jammed up easy, because both of the bottles that I got, they kind of like spray in your face like that rather than like mist. So I don't know, if I can't get it to work, then I guess I'll go back to the other one, which makes me sad because I love the performance of this, though I hate the smell. It's disgusting. Okay. It's to the mist, not to the smell. Just to clarify. But it works so good. It honestly does. Like, for me, my skin gets really, really, like, oily in my T-zone. And, so, I don't know. This, for me, has just really held up my makeup really nicely, and it doesn't break apart like it used to. I'll probably be able to wear this foundation and all my makeup for, like, until somebody takes a wet wipe to my face. I'm just saying. Okay, maybe not that much, but it's pretty darn close. Anyway, so, final guesses. What do you guys think? Which side is Natasha Denona, and which side is the Bad Habit palette? Palette! Oh my gosh. Good times. I'm going to get real close. I'm going to make weird facial expressions at you guys. Here's one. Here's the other. I guess I could close both eyes at once. Oh my goodness. I'm not with it. It's a Monday for me when I'm filming this, so yeah, good times. Okay. Drum roll. This is the Bad Habit side, and this is the Natasha Denona side. And I've got to say, like, and I love both. I love them both. Different reasons, obviously. Natasha Denona, I like that she doesn't have talc in her formulation. The price is very, very high. Now, I'm lucky I got this when she had this crazy Black Friday sale where you got one, and then, well, you bought one and you got one for free. Like, that's pretty great. So, instead of paying $129 for one, you got 2 palettes, so you can't beat that. That's really good. That brings the price down significantly. Now, the Bad Habit Solstice palette is no longer in production. Bad Habit is out of business, which is very frustrating because I feel like this dupe is really good. In fact, I kind of like the way that it applied a lot better than Natasha Denona. Now, I'm not trying to be hard on it because I still love the way that the Natasha Denona side came out. And in fact, there is a small variation in the color. I mean, it's so slight you would never even notice. Like, if I wouldn't have said, hey, I'm wearing 2 different palettes, you wouldn't know. There's no way. I mean, would you? Do you think you'd really know? You might think I was heavier handed on one side, but that's it. But for me, I really like the Solstice. So if you can, like, get it used somewhere, like Mercari or the one that's overpriced, Poshmark. I feel like Poshmark is always higher than Mercari, but and then there's also some really great groups online too that do like used makeup. So I would do that. What's that other site? There's Glambot. There's a couple different places you can get reputable used makeup. Or sometimes they're not even used. You can get it and somebody's just bought it for their collection and never even opened it. So so you can still get them. I'm not going to say, oh, you can't get it, because you totally can. You just got to be resourceful and look around. So in any case, that is both of those. That is my thought on both of them. And yeah, I really enjoy the Solstice palette. I really love Natasha Denona. Like, if I had to choose between the packaging, I mean, I'm going to go with Natasha Denona. Like, this is just really sleek. And apparently my camera just decided to say, I'm done for the day. I don't know what the issue is. It's hateful sometimes. But in any case, you can't really, well, you kind of can see in this light. It's like almost a duochromatic color to the actual palette. I think it's just really beautiful. I like that her name is like indented into it. It's a really good feel. And then the inside, of course, the thing that I find to be frustrating and I dislike very much about all of her palettes is this like little sheet that flips down. Like, I get why she does it. Each of these pans is actually removable, so you can switch it around with another palette if you have something and you just want to, you know, put like your favorites in one of her palettes or whatever you want to do. But I would much rather just have them not changeable and have the names on it. That's just me. Like, I'm not one of those, like, if I'm going to buy a palette, I'm probably not going to want to change stuff out of it. I I may want to depot it. Like, I love my Jeffree Star stuff, but sometimes it's so bulky and I'm like, I should just depot these. I should just depot them and put them all into one palette, but I don't have the guts or the drive to do it. I suck at depotting. It just is what it is. Anyway, so I like this one, the feel better. Shoot, for that price, you better like something better. Now for the Bad Habit one, I just feel like this gets dirty really easy. The design is kind of cool. It also kind of has a duochromatic shift. It's more of like a metallic shift. But it is reminiscent of that in a different way. So that's really cool. And I'll show you guys. This one's pretty used up. So that's what the pans are much, much smaller here too. So you are getting significantly more product in the Natasha Denona. So I'm not trying to be like, oh, the value isn't here. Because it definitely is. I mean, I want to say, I can't remember. I looked this, wait, hang on. Maybe I'll say. It's been a while since I looked it up. These are 2.5 grams. Okay, it's just got the total on this one, which is, the total is 14.85 and there are 15, so they're like a slightly less than a gram each. So you're getting a lot more product in each one of the pans than this. So that's my thoughts on it. The mirror, obviously, in Natasha is much nicer. My camera did it again. I'm about to throw this little thing through the window. It's about to happen. Any case, so that's my final thoughts on it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I actually am going to do another one with the other Bad Habit palette that it looks like the Lila or Lila, however you pronounce it, from Natasha Denona. So that is coming up probably in the next couple days. If I get my Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette, then I will do that like immediately and put it up immediately for you guys. In any case, thank you guys for thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, make sure you give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe, and ring the bell for updates, which like I said in one of my other videos, I'm trying to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and occasionally a Sunday as well. So anyway, I hope you guys have a really good rest of your day, and have a good one. Okay, so I'm officially going to ask my husband now. So I'm wearing eyeshadow, right?
Of course.
And what do you think? Does it look the exact same on both eyes?
You look closely. Very, very similar. Your left eye has a little bit darker undertones in the corner.
Oh, I actually said that on my review.
But other than that, exact same.
Which one do you think is Natasha Denona, and which one do you think is the Dupe Bad Habit?
Turn your head a little bit. If I had to guess, Natasha Denona would be your right eye. Because it's a little bit less, what do you want to call it? Where it like kind of powders up just a little bit. It's very creamy looking on your eye. And the other one is just a little bit less creamy.
That's hilarious. So you're right. So I guess you get to pick where we go to dinner. Round of applause for my husband, Dustin, everyone.
This guy. Woo!